Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of Survival Let's Play. My name is Guy and we find ourselves currently in a very big cave. Yes, I have been strip mining for quite some time and I wandered into this very big cave and now I'm going to take full advantage of it. Of course, we don't really need all these things. We do need some redstones and some diamonds wouldn't be too bad either. But what we really needed was some cobblestone, some cobbled deep slate actually, and also some tuff. And I figured, hey, if we need those two items, we might as well strip mine and find some diamonds. And I've been doing it for a couple of hours actually. Digging deep slate with iron pickaxes aren't exactly the best thing to do in the world, but hey, you gotta put in the work, and so the work has been done. And as you can see, I've got quite some items. I've got 21 diamonds, not to mention the other diamonds that I've also put away from strip mining earlier. Ooh, some more diamonds. Let me see if I can quickly grab those before the creeper gets to me first. Oh, it's coming. Okay, we might have to kill the creeper first. Alright, take that. And that, and lucky la- oh! Oh! I mean, yes. Perfect part of my plan. That scared the bejeebus out of me. What the hell? Like that. Ah! Where am I going? I need to eat. Okay, maybe we're just gonna outrun him. We're in a line of sight and eat. Perfect. And when we're ready, okay, and take that and that. Goodbye. Whew. Oh. He's got reinforcements. Okay, let me deal with this and then we'll get the diamonds. Now we're not going to stay here too long, of course. I'm going to get out as soon as I can. But I do see a couple more things that I do want to grab before I get out of here. So let me go ahead and see if I can do that before I find myself dead. Okay, I think I'm just going to grab that redstone down there. And then we'll get out of here. Oh, that's the wrong tool. Okay. I'm so scared that something's gonna jump out. Oh! Yep. Just as I thought. Holy! More of them. These guys are really trying to get me out of this cave. Okay, I'm going to take their message and I'm going to quickly grab these guys and then get the... Oh! Where are these guys coming from? Holy! Down you go. Okay, let's get... Wait a second, is that a diamond? I gotta get that diamond. I gotta get that diamond. Okay, I'll grab this diamond and then we will get out of here. I promise. Whew! Finally out of there. Alright, so let's talk about today's episode and let's talk about what I'm planning on doing today, besides running through this really long tunnel. In the last episode, I did say that we are going to continue building some structures, and one of the bigger buildings that I did want to do today is to give a permanent spot to the iron farm. The iron farm, as you know, is not the best thing to look at, especially not while it's out like that in the sun, in the open. So I'm going to put a nice little shop around it. And trust me guys, it's going to look amazing. This build is going to be one of the most detailed builds that I've ever done. And I am super happy with the way it turned out and I hope you guys like it as well. But yes, like I said, I did come down here to strip mine because we did need some cobbled deep slate and also some tuff. But also in that same sense, we do need a few more items, and those items are some mud bricks and some packed mud, both of which I do not have, but I do know that there are plenty of farms on YouTube that can help us obtain those things. So we're going to get those things done first. We're going to make a nice little farm, hopefully something that's really efficient and compact. We're going to get those materials and then we're going to build the iron shop and then move the iron farm into that shop. It doesn't sound too bad on paper, but I'm sure we will have our challenges along the way, and I'm looking forward to overcoming those challenges. Just like overcoming this long strip mining tunnel. Holy! How far is this thing? Ah, okay, I'll see you guys once we are back on top. Alright, so we are back on top, and as you can see, we've got a lot of diamonds. So I'm going to go ahead and make some diamond armor and tools. I will need some sticks though, so let's go ahead and grab some. Oh, bye. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a diamond helmet with some pants. We'll get the chest plate as well, and the feet, of course. And let's go ahead and make a shovel, a pickaxe. You know what? Let's go ahead and make the whole set. We'll grab an axe as well, and a sword, and maybe a... yeah, we'll grab a hoe. Let's grab a hoe as well. And now we have all diamond gear. Fantastic. But I'm not going to wear them yet. No, no. I'm actually going to put them on the armor stand just because I don't have any enchants yet. So we're going to put them away. And once we do get librarians and books, we will definitely enchant them and put them on. You can take the sword and you can have the pickaxe. And the rest can go inside of this barrel. Alright. Actually guys, let's scratch that idea and let's actually grab our diamond armor. And let me explain why. Let me grab that. Oh, give me that and give me that. And the pants too. And we will take these guys off and put these guys on. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and make a shield as well. So in preparation of making today's build, I also need some quartz, which of course means we'll be needing to go into the Nether. Now, I am not mentally ready for this, but let's go ahead and see what happens. And hopefully I will not die. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure it's coming around the corner. So let's quickly make this shield and let's light this bad boy up. Let's see where it takes us. And as the sun sets, we enter the upside down. Okay, please let it be a good... Are you for real? A basalt delta. A basalt delta. Oh, what? This is possibly the worst start to have in the Nether, but well, there's nothing we can do about it. So let's go ahead and let's find some quartz. Let's try not to die as well. Let's be super cautious here and let's find our way to a different biome. Please don't be far away. Okay, so we've got some netherrack here. So I'm hoping that there is a biome close by. Please. This place is the worst. Can just that sound of radioactivity, you know, that ticking noise, it just adds to the spookiness. But we shouldn't be too far off, right? There's netherrack here, so I assume there should be... Alright guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and find this biome. Hopefully it's not too far away, and hopefully we can snag ourselves some quartz. Not too much, maybe just a stack and a bit, just enough to get us through for today's episode. And then I will go back to the overworld and I will meet you guys there. How's that sound? Welcome back guys. As you can see, I am currently in the midst of making some mud. I'm using this nifty little machine here made by Jax. Of course, I'll put his YouTube channel in the link down below. This little machine is making it super easy to make mud, and it's definitely saving a lot of time. So I'd highly recommend it, if you haven't seen it already, to watch his video. But yes, this here is the last component for materials that I'll need for this build. Of course, it's not fully done yet. I will need to turn these into packed mud, which means I'll need a lot of hay. Thankfully, whilst collecting today's materials, I have been tending to the wheat farm, so we should have more than enough, hopefully. And we'll go ahead and harvest some more. I believe the wheat farm is again fully grown, so once we've finished creating all the mud here, we'll go ahead and collect the wheat and turn all these into packed mud. Speaking of which, looks like it's done. Let's put the rest in here. As you can see, I have made a lot of mud. We don't actually need all this, but I figured, hey, we might as well make as much as we can for future builds. Let's go ahead and collect all of this mud. And now we can turn it into packed mud. And lucky last. Nice. So that is all done. Let me go ahead and show you where we're going to be building today. As you can see, there is a nice little hill that's not too far away from the starter base. And it looks like it's going to be a perfect spot for this build, especially because the sun does rise and set right behind it. So we're going to get a fantastic view of this build day and night. So let me head over there. We do have a little chest set up as well to make things easier, and I'll show you all the things that we've already collected. Mud being the last one, like I said. Hey guys. Okay. Hold on there. Let's put all the mud bricks in here. And let me just quickly show you what we've got. As you can see, quite a lot of materials. Got a lot of deep slate, a lot of wood type variants, and it continues through here with a lot of stone, birch, and all those little other materials like you see here. The grindstones, the chests, and also these signs are just decorative, especially this chest here. Just one items of each. Much more decorative for this build than it is functional. But that is okay because this is Minecraft after all. So, like I said, this place is a perfect candidate, but we still need to do some terraforming. I still do need to get rid of some of the grass here. Hello there, my friend. And then we also need to patch up some holes. But of course, you don't need to see that. That's quite boring. So I will see you guys after the build, which I will take you on a little tour, and you can let me know in the comments down below if you like the build or not. I'll see you guys then. And there it is, all done. We have finally finished this iron shop. I think it's a shop. We have finally finished this iron shop, and doesn't it look amazing in all of its glory? I mean, look at it. Look at this thing. Let's take a closer look of this shop. I can also show you around. Like I did say before, this is probably one of the most detailed builds that I've ever done before. And I think it's turned out great. Just all the colors, the bricks, that's the first time I've ever used bricks, and also deep slate as part of an actual roof. And as you can see, if I step a bit back, let's try not to take damage. I've also tried to add in some sort of like decay in the roof, almost as if the roof is so high that it catches so much moisture and it is slowly starting to rot. So we've dotted in some mossy blocks, some green concrete, and some green wool, and some cobble and tuff, just to kind of like merge the gradients of the deep slate into that green. Turns out you can do that and it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad at all. But yes, this is my iron shop, my iron store, and it's got a nice little windmill at the top there as well. It's just one of the more satisfying builds that I've done. It's completely different, I would say, from the starter base. This is definitely still within the realm of fantasy. Just by the roof alone, I would say these roofs are mainly used for fantasy builds because they're so long, they're so tall, and you wouldn't see that in realistic types of builds. So definitely still fantasy, but unlike this one over there, it is a little bit closer to realism, I'd say. But yes, right here, we've got our sign, the iron shop. And if we look around, we do have a water mill. I will add a water stream that comes down through here later on, and probably something that heads back down that way into the ocean. But for now, we're just going to leave it as it is. I've done a lot of terraforming already, so I am a bit exhausted with that. So we're just going to leave that for now. But yes, a water mill with a nice little balcony at the very top. And this is my first time using bamboo as windows. I've seen people do that before, and I thought it looked really amazing, and I really wanted to try it, and I'm glad that I did. It kind of pulls it all together. I did try to use different glass panes, but just didn't have that same effect. The only bad thing is that if I do decide to AFK in here, zombies do find a way to just walk inside. I mean, well, not that safe, but that's okay. That's okay. It still looks amazing. I just won't AFK in there. Well, I have a specific AFK spot actually. But let's just take a look around. Not too much else, I'd say. As you can see, the rust, not the rust, but the decay just travels on from the other side as well. And again, with the windmill, this windmill turned out great. This windmill design and part of the structure of this house, I did see on Pinterest, and I will link the original images down below in the comments if you guys want to take a look. But yes, I got it on Pinterest. If you guys don't have Pinterest already, I really do suggest you check it out. It's a great place. It's a great place to source ideas from. And of course, as long as you mention where they are from, who designed them, who made them, who created them, it should be okay. So don't forget. But as I was saying, that windmill I did see on Pinterest. Along with this design, I've just changed some of the things up. A lot of things up actually. I've just made it shorter, and I've changed the roof, and I've added a few other details along with it, but not too much else to say about that. With that being said, I think that's all we can do in the outside. Let's have a look on the inside. Look at this place. Wow, oh, I'll get to that bit later. So with this build, I really had the challenge of wanting to fill as much detail as I could in this store. Make it feel almost stuffy, almost so compact, so full with life, and just so full with items. I think I achieved that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below what you think about this build, if you like it, or if you have any suggestions on how to make it better. But as you can see, this is in fact an iron shop. So we are selling a lot of things that have to do with iron. For example, we've got some iron helmets, some iron armor stands just hanging from that little roof banner up there. Different armors, we got some different tools, and we also got shields in the background. I think that's a nice little detail as well, almost like a showcase of what you can buy and see throughout this shop. For example, you can get some, what are these, smokers, you can get blast furnace, some cauldrons all stacked up, and a whole bunch of anvil, and a bunch of iron blocks with, of course, raw iron. And I guess this would be the cutting station. Wait a second. Is there grass there? I need to fix that up. Anyway, we do have a cutting stone here, almost as if like we're going to cut these raw irons into those stone blocks. Just some extra detail and a wheelbarrow just to wheel things in. But everything is connected. Everything has a reason. It's one of the things that I did want to achieve with this build. For example, there is a chain up there which is connected to that grindstone, which is connected to this bunch of iron blocks. So I guess you could say if I did flick this lever, it would lower this block of irons, and we could grab it from there, or we could actually just set it up there as well. And then if we flick it back up, this thing will retract to the roof. Just an extra piece of storage, and small details like that just really pull things together. Looking over here, this is where the shopkeeper will be. I have yet to put a village in here. I still need to get some honey so that the villager can't get away. But once I do, one of you guys will get the opportunity to be inside of here. So let me know who wants to be the shopkeeper. But until then, we also do have some iron, what are these called? Minecarts just sitting around. We've got some raw iron blocks at the bottom as well. And we also do have invisible item frames. I added this data pack, I think it's a data pack, where you can use shears to get rid of the item frame. So I got a couple over there just to show that once you cut it with this stone cutter, it turns into iron ingots. And looking over here, we have ladders all over the place, make it look like they have different areas, different places to store things. I think this is a wonderful view of the entirety of the shop. Of course, you can't see much. It is quite cramped, but that is exactly what I was going for. And going up here, this leads us into a little balcony area. Oh, it's night time. This is a little balcony area, and it's a nice view. Maybe we can put some builds down that way. I guess we'll have to see. It's a nice view if only the sun was up. Hey, look, it's our starter base. Right, let's get out of here. Let me show you bottom, the basement of it all. If we can just get down, and we'll close that as well. So if we go through this way, we can get to the bottom. Oh, I need to eat. Quickly eat before we go down. Oh, it's hard at work. Like I said, one of the challenges I did have with this was try to add as much detail as I can. I thought to myself, this needs to be a basement. It needs to have a basement, and it needs to be able... How do they get their iron? And I settled with they collect their own iron, and they do so by creating their own mine shafts. So we've got 1, 2, and 3, and obviously this is just black concrete, but let's just imagine that they go far into the mines where they collect all of their iron. You can see they store them right here, but actually this is where we keep the iron, and we are collecting quite a few. We did bring some over from the actual iron farm at the very start, but we do have a lot of iron, and just behind here is where the actual iron farm is. Of course, we can't see that, but I can show you a snippet from a replay mod. Yes, this is like a storage room. We got some minecarts, some chests, also some more stone cutters if they need it, and also an extra wheelbarrow. Don't ask me how they get up these stairs. They just do. And also, look, I think this is a really cool way to use hanging signs. It's almost like a stopper thing that you see at train stations, or maybe that you see in old time train stations. It's a pretty good look. Just got some carpet on top, and it just brings it all together once again. What do you guys think? But yes, guys, that is the iron store. That is all the time we have for today. Unfortunately, no terraforming. Not too... See what I mean by it? Oh, see what I mean by not being too safe. That's okay. We'll take care of this guy right now. And there we go. Perfect. That is all the time we have for today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. And if you did, please let me know in the comments down below. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And as of recording this video, we have reached 600 views on the last episode. That is freaking amazing. And we also did get a ton of new subscribers. So to you guys, thank you very much for subscribing, and welcome to the AGIAN channel. I really appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy your stay. But with that being said, it is time for me to say goodbye. Again, thank you very much for all your support and for watching the video. If you guys have any questions, please put it in the comments down below. If you guys have any suggestions, I would love to read them. Please also put them in the comments down below. I look forward to reading them. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, goodbye.